We told you we'd be back.
We want to hear you enjoying yourself.
You're in big trouble, mister.
W3L. W3L.
He knows there's no point in him hitting an offensive move or look old just because we nobody to count the resultant pinfall. He's going up top and he lands the elbow. Oh wait, oh the lights have gone out. Oh, the lights are back up now. Shut. Oh, it's Mackie.
Oh,
and he's just held with a shovel.
and Mackie looking very different to the way he did earlier.
What's Mackie doing here? Aldridge rolls over. 1, 2, 3.
I think the beautiful misery has arrived.
The question on everyone's lips is, why did Mackie attack looking sharp at Wrestlution 19? Perhaps we'll get some answers this week, as Mackie will be in action on Wrestling Showdown.
I've been down this road before. I'll give my all and settle the score. I know the battle's mine. I'll stand alone. I'm never gonna change my way. Whoa, we're never tired of running. Whoa, we're never tired of hiding. We like to lead on the fear in your eyes. Hey, another round, another time. We were born for this. Whoa, we're never tired of kidding. Whoa, we're never tired of flying. We're like a demon coming back to life. Hey, not a trace, we're leaving in the shadows.
It's W3L Wrestling Showdown, the longest running weekly wrestling show on YouTube. We're about to see someone who made his return at Wrestlution 19.
Making his way to the ring first, he is everybody's best friend. This is Pelly.
Hello everybody and welcome along to Wrestling Showdown. I am Stevie Wizard, here with a man who believes that you are what you eat, so presumably he exists on a diet of sour grapes. It's Simon G Money.
Well, Stevie, you know what to say. You can't have wine without sour grapes. And honestly, I have a lot to whine about this week. Because I didn't see a definitive end to looking sharp like I wanted. But there's a man who has the answers. We're certain something that happened to that man. And I can't wait to hear from him.
Well, will we get those answers? That's the thing. Since Wrestlution 19, we have been in flux. We've been questioning exactly what happened. And the man that's responsible for all that will be in action in just a second. But his opponent, a new face to W3L, not just a face, but it looks of things, it's Pele. And how will he match up against a man who made his return to W3L just a couple of weeks ago at Wrestlution? Let's go back to Fiona.
And making his way to the ring, his opponent, he is the very good Euan G Mackie.
So presumably you've seen Wrestlution 19. If you've not, go to hookedonwrestling.tv and you can watch the full event. But Euan G Mackie returned, answering BT Gun's open challenge for the UEWA European Championship, and then in a different set of clothes, these ones in particular, because he was bright and colourful like the old Mackie when he faced BT Gun. Then he appeared during the World Championship main event and attacked looking sharp, knocked him out with a shovel, and allowed Luke Aldridge to score the pin. And you notice, Simon, Mackie much more somber than normal, with no music. It's like he's cast off the prior version of Euan G Mackie, and he's like a newer version.
Well, this is a man who's no stranger to reinventing himself. And of course, he finds that the author can't die if it doesn't create. He's existing right now within what he calls the beautiful misery. And it looks like he's bringing that here to W3L.
It certainly is. Again, coming out with no music, all dressed in black, all somber. Much more deliberate than he often has been. And again, this is Mackie's return to W3L. We last saw him at Wrestlution 15. That was 4 years ago. And he was gone after that. Competing elsewhere, yes, but never seen in W3L. That's hang on, Paley's got his hat. Don't know if Mackie's actually noticed. But Paley's trying that. It kind of goes with the t-shirt, I suppose. But yeah, he came back, answering BT Gunn's open challenge, attack looking sharp, and now here he is. So I'm assuming, Simon, that he's going to be back permanently.
Well, here's hoping, because Euan G Mackie is an asset to any single roster that he's on. But you say he didn't notice that he's put his hat on. The fact of the matter is, he doesn't really care. Euan G Mackie's out to create a point. A lot of people looked at him as some silly guy who did nothing but be extravagant. And now he's stripped all of that back and he's ready to prove that he never needed any of it.
It's very true. You underestimate Mackie at your peril. This has been said about him multiple times over the years. And Paley will not underestimate him. They've never wrestled each other before, but they have been on the same events. So they are aware of what each other brings to the table, but obviously that's a different proposition than actually locking up and facing that person. Oh, Paley wants a bit of noise. Mackie, the fact he came with no entrance music means he clearly wants no noise whatsoever. So we've got a lock up here. Paley debuted back in April of 2023, was trained by Sam Bailey. He's been a long-time member of the wrestling scene, particularly around Manchester, and that's where you often see Paley competing around there, northwest England, that kind of thing. Oh, just picks up the much later Mackie. Well, Paley a step ahead there. Mackie face first at the canvas. Again, these two have some familiar. Oh, Mackie's lack of height. I was going to say coming a cropper, but stomped to his foot, forearmed him. Oh, and Paley. Mackie didn't want to run into that. And a big slam. And this match so far has been all Paley.
Euan G Mackie's just biding his time. Like, try not to engage with the silliness that Pele's bringing. Oh, when he brought something else there. Rear view, so to speak.
He'll be seeking double after that. And think about this. So, Paley making his W3L debut here. Oh, it's Mackie. Bad landing for Bailey there. This is Paley's debut. So he obviously wants to make a good impression of himself. Management have obviously been impressed with what they've seen of him to bring him in. But they've not exactly given him an easy match. Taking on the returning Mackie, who apparently has a point to prove. And again, we're all speculating. Why did he attack looking sharp? We're hopeful we'll get an answer. We might not. Mackie does like to talk, but sometimes he doesn't. He lets his actions speak louder than his words. So we will see exactly what will happen in this match.
One thing that I've noticed about Euan G Mackie is he's actually stripping back what he used to bring to the table. None of the flash, none of the trick monkey antics that he's been known for. Just
hang on, a cover one,
punches to the gut.
Two. I completely agree. He's not as flamboyant as he used to be, but he's every bit as dangerous. Of course, with every year that he's in wrestling, and he's been in a long time, he gains more experience, more cunning. So it makes him all the more dangerous. And I think this could be a statement match for Mackie, because if he's back in W3L permanently, he wants to show the roster, be it the permanent roster, be it something like Paley making his debut, just how dangerous he is, just in case any long-time W3L fan has forgotten how deadly Mackie is. I think he's looking to make a point here. This is a 2 for Paley.
Speaking of statements there, Wizard, I want to go back to something that you touched on. You say Euan G Mackie likes to speak. The thing is, not many people like to listen when Euan G Mackie speaks, but it's very important to listen to every word that comes out of his mouth, because he tells you a lot more than the question you've asked him.
Can't disagree with that. I'll take this opportunity to very quickly say thank you for watching this episode of Showdown. Hopefully give us a like and then subscribe to W3L Network if you haven't already, so you'll never miss a video that we put up, be it an episode of Showdown or anything else. And I'll also point out, with Mackie being an integral part of the main event of Wrestlution 19, and the next time we'll be on Hooked on Wrestling TV, the next box office event is May Day, happening on May the 2nd in Crieff. We've got a bit of working man's wrestling the day before in Dingwall. We already know. Oh! There's Mackie with a bad laddie there. American star Paige Collette will be guest host for both of those events. Head to W3LWrestling.com to get your tickets to go to both of them, and you'll see May Day on Hooked on Wrestling TV in the weeks following the event. But Mackie off the top. And there's that lackey bodyweight. Hurts him, Simon.
Certainly does. He knows how to use his body weight, but in this case, I'm not sure who got the best of that.
Well, Paley drove him down. Perhaps not as crisp as he might have liked, but has done some damage.
Well, it looks like Euan there tried to hook the top of his head. He may have given him a partial DDT.
Yeah, Euan's very good at adapting on the fly. Paley with a slight more power. And credit where it's due, for his first match in W3L, Paley's looked pretty impressive, you have to say.
What a unique backbreaker that was.
Yeah. And he just landed the Scylla Black Hole Slam. Well, I can't quite believe he's not put Mackie away. But any long-time fan would know that it takes a lot to put Mackie down. The Allison Slammond. Oh, hang on. Mackie, though. Oh, wait, do you see that? He got the low blow.
The referee didn't see a thing.
No. Mackie able to hit the low blow. Hits the Misty Flip. Wow, Simon, I thought it was going to be over. Mackie has beaten people with that Misty Flip countless times, often here on Showdown. Credit to Paley for being able to survive that low blow, and that was maybe more desperation on Mackie's part than anything else.
Oh! For a man on his debut, he's certainly showing a lot of confidence in the ring here in W3L, and the audience are on his side.
They are. I've also noticed he's stolen your boots as he climbs to the middle rope.
Hang on. I thought I recognised them.
Oh, and Mackie used the rope to his advantage, brings him down, holds him up. Oh, and he's got the shorts as well. And Mackie just stole the win.
Rafting.
The very good Euan G Mackie.
Just goes to show you don't need a big move necessarily. A roll up, an elementary basic wrestling manoeuvre. And that by applying the weight properly, Paley couldn't get a shoulder up. Mackie with a handful of the shorts, just for added leverage, and he gets the win. And I guess his first proper match back in W3L, if you assume that the Open Challenge was, you know, not quite a one-off, but he's back. And he got the win over a very game Paley. Hopefully we see him back again at some point, because I think he did pretty well for himself in his first night in W3L.
Absolutely, take nothing away from what he brought to the table tonight, but he just did not compare. I'm not going to call him the very good Mr. Euan G Mackie. I know he hates that moniker.
Now he's got the microphone.
Just be quiet a moment.
Are we going to get an explanation?
I don't want to waste my time as well as yours, let's be honest. You found a way to waste your time. You've come to a wrestling show. It's a huge waste of time. I'm going to make it nice and sparkling clear. I've taken the microphone to say a couple of things. People ask me, why did I take away all the fun, everything that I used to do? Why did I stop being such a fun person? And it's really simple. No. Although interestingly enough, I am vegan. You go ahead and just torture animals, it's fine. They have a lot more intellectual capacity than you do. Even the mental agility of a rabbit dropping, let's be honest. I'll be honest, wrestling is a huge fighting opera, a stupid circus. And I'm done with being a fool. And I've wasted so much of my life doing this. So I attacked, looking sharp, because I was told I was too small to wrestle. I was told I'm merely a gimmick, merely a joke. Well, then what's looking sharp? A tiny, shouting, screaming, dungarees clad gimmick. Wrestling really does need prestige returned to it. And by looking at this audience, I see that we've got a cross-section of the lowest common denominator right in front of me. And you're calling me stupid, calling me all sorts of names. I could have been here to entertain you. You call me an old man as well, that helps. I'm not listening to you now. I've given a lot of my time to professional wrestling, but I was wasting that time. I will no longer waste another minute in this ring without a fully justified purpose. I interfered in that match because it was the right thing to do. The right man won. The W3L champion, Luke Aldridge. And I don't even think you're worthy of that, and you're certainly not worthy for me to talk anymore. Take this mic to Fiona, the ring announcer, and I'm going away.
So finally, an explanation for Mackie's actions for Simon and Wizard. We'll see you next week.